Have you ever wondered why opposites seem to repel, yet also attract? Why there exists an unspoken yet palpable tension between the two ends of any spectrum? Welcome to the grand narrative of the Universal Law of Polarity. For centuries, thinkers and philosophers have noticed a pattern in the laws of the cosmos. From the ancient Hermetics to modern-day scientists, all acknowledge one essential truth. Polarity is everywhere. Consider the changing of seasons on Earth, a perfect example of polarity in action. Winter's icy touch gives way to the warmth and vitality of spring. Summer's blaze then succumbs to autumn's cool serenity. This cycle, this balancing act, isn't merely a product of Earth's tilt. It's a testament to the law of polarity. Human emotions too bear the mark of this universal law. Just as joy and sorrow are two sides of the same coin, so are love and hate, courage and fear, peace and chaos. Each pair, though seemingly opposed, is but an expression of the same energy, manifesting in different forms. Understanding the law of polarity is more than observing the world around us. It's learning to navigate life's ebb and flow, recognizing that every challenge carries within it the seed of opportunity. In a world where positive and negative dance in constant balance, we find the true essence of existence. In polarity we find unity, and in unity we find our own journey to a deeper understanding of the universe and ourselves. Take, for instance, the vastness of the cosmos, where light meets darkness. Here, yin and yang intertwine in an eternal dance. Yin symbolizing femininity, receptiveness and darkness. Yang representing masculinity, activity and brightness. These opposing yet complementary forces weave the fabric of the universe, maintaining its perpetual balance. In the millennia-old Chinese concept of yin and yang, we find the essence of duality. Yin and yang are not simply opposites, they are parts of an interconnected whole, each containing the germ of the other within itself. It's this interdependence that shapes the universe and all things within it. As yin and yang alternate, the universe pulses in harmony, creating a dynamic balance that permeates all facets of life. From the micro to the macro, from the infinitely small to the infinitely large, duality manifests, constantly reminding us of the inherently polar nature of our world. In this eternal dance of light and shadow, we find not only contrast, but also unity. For it's in the interaction of opposites that the true beauty and complexity of the universe are revealed. Thus, the universal law of polarity invites us to contemplate not just the dualities, but also the profound connection that unites them. This is the first lesson in the journey towards a deeper understanding of the cosmos and ourselves.
Have you ever wondered why certain patterns seem to recur in nature, architecture, and even in the universe? What if I told you there's a sequence of numbers that has been captivating mathematicians, scientists, and artists for centuries? That sequence is none other than the Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers where each term is the sum of the two preceding ones. What makes the Fibonacci sequence so fascinating is not merely its arithmetic progression, but the underlying pattern of polarity that emerges. Each number in the sequence represents not just growth, but an intrinsic duality between the present and the past, potential and realization. In nature, we can observe the patterns of the Fibonacci sequence, from the spirals of seashells to the spirals of distant galaxies. This sequence not only illustrates the duality of growth and expansion, but also reminds us of the interconnectedness of all things. The Fibonacci sequence is more than just a series of numbers. It's a powerful symbol of the polarity that permeates the universe. It's a constant reminder that, even amidst the seeming randomness of the cosmos, there's an underlying order, a dance of opposites shaping the fabric of space and time. At the core of the Fibonacci sequence, we find the universe's primal elements encapsulated in the first two numbers, 0 and 1. 0 represents the void, the nothingness, the infinite potential awaiting manifestation, while 1 symbolizes unity, the beginning of everything, the whole in itself. These two numbers, like yin and yang, represent opposing polarities that complement and balance each other. 0, the primordial void, is the receptacle where all possibilities reside, while 1, the primordial unity, is the seed from which all creation emerges. Just like yin and yang give rise to a universe in constant dynamic balance, 0 and 1 inaugurate the journey of the Fibonacci sequence, a journey of expansion and growth that echoes the fundamental patterns of the cosmos. In the Fibonacci sequence, we find the mathematical expression of this primal duality, where each number is a manifestation of the interaction between void and fullness, potential and realization. It's from this delicate balance that order emerges in the universe's apparent randomness. In the vastness of nature, we witness the eternal dance of polarity, manifested in the cycles of seasons and the movement of celestial bodies. These phenomena not only mark the passage of time, but also reflect the fundamental principles of yin and yang, of feminine and masculine. In conclusion, the Fibonacci sequence is a testament to the pervasive duality and interconnectedness in the universe. It's a mathematical pattern that echoes the essential rhythms of life and growth, an enduring symbol of the delicate balance between potential and realization, void and fullness that shapes our universe. So the next time you see a spiral, remember, it's not just a shape, it's a story of the cosmos, written in the language of numbers.
Have you ever pondered upon the intriguing concept of duality that is so deeply embedded in the tapestry of nature? It's a fascinating principle that governs the ebb and flow of life, the changing of seasons, and even the movement of celestial bodies. Imagine the cycle of the seasons. There's the stark duality between winter and summer, between cold and heat. Winter, with its quietude and introspection, signifies the yin, while summer, with its vitality and exuberance, personifies the yang. Likewise, the dance of celestial bodies reminds us of the constant shift between day and night, between light and darkness. The sun, the star of the day, symbolizes the yang, and the moon, with its gentle luminescence, personifies the yin. Just as the seasons change and celestial bodies revolve, the polarity between the feminine and the masculine permeates all of nature, reminding us of the interdependence and complementarity between opposites. It is in this delicate harmony that we find the true essence of life. Our exploration of polarity now brings us to the realm of wave physics, where we witness constant oscillations between two opposing poles. From ocean waves to sound waves, these phenomena are a tangible expression of the interaction between duality. In electromagnetic waves, such as light and radio waves, we see the polarity between the electric field and the magnetic field. These perpendicular oscillations between two poles create the propagation of energy through space, enabling communication, illumination, and much more. In sound waves, we observe pressure oscillations in the air that propagate as a wave through the medium. These oscillations between compression and rarefaction create the vibrations that our ear perceives as sound, from the soft whisper of a breeze to the thunderous explosion of a thunderclap. In laboratories and recording studios, scientists and artists alike explore the properties of waves, creating visual and sonic experiences that reveal the beauty and complexity of polarity in physics. It is through these oscillations between two poles that energy manifests, fueling creation and transformation in our world. As we delve into wave physics, we encounter a fundamental concept: the sine wave. A sine wave is a waveform that smoothly oscillates between two opposing poles, creating a characteristic pattern of gentle curves. The sine wave is a mathematical representation of the oscillations we observe in nature and technology. It accurately describes how energy moves from one extreme to another in a continuous cycle of expansion and contraction. To summarize, we've embarked on a journey exploring the concept of duality, from the changing seasons to the movement of celestial bodies, and finally to the fascinating realm of wave physics. We've seen how this principle of polarity underpins the dynamics of nature and technology, fueling the perpetual dance of creation and transformation. And it is in this delicate balance of opposites that we discover the true essence of life.
Have you ever pondered the ubiquitous dance of opposites, the polarity that permeates every facet of our existence? From the sleep-wake cycle to the balance between work and play, from experiencing love to confronting pain, we encounter duality everywhere. Consider the sleep-wake cycle, an alternation between alertness and rest, between energy and rejuvenation. It is in this oscillation that our body finds balance and restoration, readying us to face the challenges of a new day. Similarly, in balancing work and play, we find harmony between duty and pleasure. Work challenges and motivates us, while play revitalizes and inspires. It is in the integration of these opposites that we cultivate a fulfilling and meaningful life. And when we speak of love and pain, joy and sadness, we find the deepest essence of human polarity. For it is in living these extremes that we grow, becoming more compassionate and resilient. Recognizing and integrating these opposites allows us to embrace the totality of our human experience. Therefore, in recognizing and integrating opposites, we can navigate the dance of extremes with grace and acceptance. We thereby find a path to a more balanced, satisfying, and meaningful life. Now let's pivot a little and talk about sine waves. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with our daily lives? Well, sine waves are everywhere, from the radio signals that bring music to our ears, to the light waves that allow us to see. A sine wave is a smooth, repetitive oscillation that is the basis for many technologies we use daily. Just like the oscillation between sleep and wakefulness, work and play, love and pain, sine waves oscillate, moving between peaks and troughs. This constant shift between maximum and minimum is what allows for the transmission of signals in technologies like radio and television, and even in the creation of music. By understanding the nature of the sine wave, we can unravel the secrets of waves and explore their unlimited potential. To summarize, our daily lives are a dance of opposites, a constant oscillation between extremes, much like a sine wave. It's in the integration of these opposites that we find balance and harmony, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Sine waves, with their smooth, repetitive oscillation, are a fundamental part of many technologies we use daily, reflecting the same dance of opposites we experience in our lives. By embracing the concept of polarity both in our personal lives and in the world around us, we can learn to navigate life's ups and downs with greater grace and acceptance. And by understanding the sine wave, we can better appreciate the technologies that enrich our daily lives. So the next time you catch yourself in the midst of this dance of opposites, remember the sine wave and its beautiful, unending oscillation. It's not just a concept in physics, it's a reflection of our own lives.